Well, welcome to another episode of Two Old Geeks Talking.
Now on the World Wide Web. Hey, welcome to Two Old Geeks. I'm Rob.
I'm Trace.
And today we are discussing
Deathstroke.
There you go.
All right. So I know a little bit about Deathstroke simply because you're such a huge Deathstroke fan.
Right.
And he actually made he actually was in your top 5 characters.
Right. And that's kind of why I brought him up. We're doing this episode here.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, what am I going to talk about next? And I was like, well, dude.
Yeah, well, tell me about Deathstroke, brother.
So Deathstroke came out in 1980. Mm-hmm. He was not even like the main villain in Teen Titans. It was the new Teen Titans.
Yeah.
And I say new. I know the 80s ain't new.
Right.
So
it was at the time.
It was at the time because the Titans have been around since 62. So he was not even the main villain. The main villain was supposed to be Ravager.
Yeah.
And the whole storyline, real quick.
Yeah.
Teen Titans get a new kickoff. Firestorm crashes under the planet. In the process, Grant Wilson ends up finding her, brings her in, thinks he's going to be able to use her to pull a profit somehow. Him and his gals having bad times. All this alien race comes after her, busts into their apartment building. Teen Titans come in, fight off the aliens, saves Firestorm, and he's pissed because his apartment's jacked up.
Yeah.
So he was going to hold it against the Titans.
Yeah.
Wasn't their fault, but he's a pissy little fella. He's a pissy little fella. He's losing his gal. He's just lost his apartment, blah, blah, blah. So he hooks up with Hive. Hive says, we've always wanted Deathstroke. He's like the best assassin. They're saying this, and he's never been in the comic books before.
Yeah.
He's the best Deathstroke, the Terminator.
Yeah.
He's the best assassin there is.
That was his name, Deathstroke, the Terminator. It was like his moniker.
Right.
Okay.
He lost that after the Terminator movies came out.
Oh, yeah?
Because they did not want there to be
confusion
or step on anybody's toes, so they dropped the Terminator. He picks it back up later on.
He just Deathstroke the.
Yeah, he's actually got a line of comic books just called The Terminator.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But anyway, so the Hive, who was wanting to hire Deathstroke because he's the best assassin around, couldn't get him because he kept refusing. So basically they went to Grant, which is actually his son, and said, bro, we're going to give you...
Deathstroke Jr.?
Yeah, right? Says, we're going to give you this serum because we scanned your father when he came here to talk to us, and we think we can redevelop the serum that they gave him to make him who he is, which we'll get into. They didn't get into it at that time.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, cool. So he goes back to go taking out the Titans. Deathstroke finds out, and he's like, bro, what they gave you is going to be freaking eating up your brain. He's telling him this. He's talking to him.
Yeah.
But he calls himself Ravager, the son does.
Yeah.
And he's talking to Ravager as Deathstroke. And he's like, hey, this is enhancing your strength and enhancing your ability and your mind. But the thing is what they didn't give you that I have is a healing factor. So all of that is eating away at your body.
Right.
The more you use it, the quicker you're going to die.
Yeah.
Please stop. And he's like, no, my vengeance is going to take out the Titans, blah, blah, blah. I was going to sign a contract with these people to take him out. And plus they jacked up my apartment. So in the process, Deathstroke's like, I don't want to see my son die. I'm going to go fight these Teen Titans with him.
Yeah.
And in the process, Grant dies. But the problem is he didn't die because of the Titans. He died because of the serum. Deathstroke, being a very angry little fart himself, held that. He didn't hold it against the Hive.
Yeah.
He held that against the Titans, which in turn, he said, look, I'm going to pick up. He went to the Hive and says, I'm going to pick up this contract. I'm going to finish where my son didn't finish off. And I'm going to take out the Titans for you. And that was the start. That was it. That was the start.
So Sam Wilson is Sam Wade is his name.
No, his name's Slade Wilson.
Slade Wilson.
Created by Merv Wolfman.
Yeah, Marv.
Marv Wolfman and George Perez.
Yeah,
was the artist.
Yeah,
So
George Perez.
That's the thing.
Fantastic.
It was
artist.
supposed to be like a one and done thing. He wasn't supposed to be like keep being a thing. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So people ate it up. People swallowed it. People loved him. And it was like, we want more. So they had to go back and create a backstory for him.
Yeah.
So the backstory.
It's always interesting when you have a side character come into a comic
Right.
or even a TV show, and people love that character so much they demand more, and then that character ends up having their own little spin-off or their own little title as far as a comic. You got Mork and Mindy and Laverne and Shirley all come from Happy Days.
Right.
And even Deadpool was just a little villain that was in a Cable or New Mutants comic, and then he ended up being more popular than Cable or the New Mutants.
Well, Deadpool would not exist if not for Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Because Rob Liefeld or
Yeah,
Liefeld, he created Deadpool, and they were like, "Hey, bro, everything you're doing is Deathstroke. Everything you're doing, the healing factor, the everything." And so it was they
made Deadpool like a wisecracker,
right,
like a real sarcastic type person. Now is Slade
No, Slade is
that way?
he eventually he's kind of a very gruff, hard person. He has his own sets of morals and rules, but the thing is he has no problems breaking them, flexing.
So he,
flexing
whoever pays him,
right? He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'll do good if good benefits me. I'll do bad if bad benefits me.
Yeah.
And when I say bad, he does some really bad shit.
So
sometimes.
would he fall into like the anti-hero type thing? Because has he like been on a super team or something before?
I mean, he has led the Suicide Squad, but I don't even know if you would even consider them heroes. They were kind of like anti-heroes.
Right.
He has assisted superheroes in order to take down other villains, but he done that for his own benefit. It's not like he done it to help them. It was to help him. He's really a self-centered kind of gentleman. So the backstory they came up with him was he joined the military at 16. He lied about his age. He excelled. I mean, he was kicking ass in the military. As he went through the ranks, he ended up working underneath an Adeline Kane, and she trained him in a guerrilla warfare art, and kind of did a one-on-one with him, and they ended up falling in love, and they ended up getting married. The military was like, "Hey, bro, we've got this serum, which will fight against the enemy's true serum. Can we test it out on you? It's just a thing that'll keep you from." And he's like, "Yes, sir. I'll do what you tell me." And that's not what it was. They were trying to make the next super soldier. They were trying to create a super soldier.
Similar to this super soldier serum that Captain America took.
Right. So the problem with that is he survived it. Some of the soldiers didn't, but he survived it. But it drove him to such aggression and anger and mad that they literally had to keep him sedated and knocked him out and kept him almost in a comatose state while his first son was being born. He missed out on the birth of his child.
So now, when I've seen him, he's had white hair and white facial hair.
Right.
And then, was he like that at the beginning, or did
So
they
the only
age him?
time you see him with kind of like blonde hair
Yeah.
is when they did show his backstory, and when he joined the military,
Yeah.
they made him into a blonde.
Gotcha.
Later on,
But his first appearance, he already had white hair.
right.
Did he already have one eye missing?
Yep.
Did they tell how he missed his eye?
Yeah.
He lost his eye?
That's the thing. They had to create a story. So
Did he get scratched by a space cat like Nick Fury of the MCU? Talk about
Is that how they said he lost his eye?
In the Samuel L. Jackson version, he got scratched by a space kitty cat, and it was ridiculous. It was in that Miss Marvel movie. But anyway, how did he lose his eye?
So, because of the aggression and anger and everything, he had to find ways to cope with it. He became a hunter, and that wasn't doing it. So then he started working on the side as a mercenary for hire. Basically, you can say an assassin.
Yeah.
And he excelled in that as well. But he kept that hidden from his family. He ended up leaving the military not by choice. There was a soldier that he worked with during the Korean War. This is how old the story is. When he was a young man named Wintergreen. Let's see, William Wintergreen. And Wintergreen at the time had saved his life. So Wintergreen had went on a suicide mission, got captured, and Slade was like, hey, come on guys, let's put a group together and go save him. And they were like, no, we're good. So he decided to do it on his own, and that's when he came up with this costume that's iconic. The old one that has like the chainmail around his collar.
Oh, yeah.
And his old classic.
So this is his first costume?
Yeah, that would be what his first costume looks like.
Cool.
So he goes and saves Wintergreen, but when the military finds out, they discharged him, which is kind of weird in itself because you've created the perfect soldier. Here's what the serum does for him. Not only does it enhance his strength, his speed, gives him somewhat of a healing factor, and also you and I use 10% of our brain at different times of our lives. This super serum allows him to use 90% of his brain at all times, and whatever to decide.
So he's not only got speed and strength, but he's also strategic.
Very strategic. Very good at being a tactile warrior. He can set up a scenario. He plays chess, kind of like in his head on how things are going to work out. So the military let him go. So he's working as a mercenary. Well, there is a group that kidnapped their second son, named Joe, or Joseph, named after him. He was Slade Joseph Wilson. Slade Wilson. His son's Joseph Wilson. They just call him Joe. He was kidnapped by a group. I'm trying to remember what the name of the group was. Jackal. So Jackal captured him because Deathstroke had been a mercenary and took out his partner. So here they are in a standoff. Adeline just finds out that Slade is a mercenary. She's seeing a blade being held to her baby boy's throat. And he's like, look, I'll let them all go. I'll let everybody go. All you got to do is tell me who hired you. And he said, no, that's not how I work. And so they cut the little boy's throat.
Well,
the thing is,
that's a very mature rating there.
I tell you, no, hey, there's some crazy crap that goes on in some.
Yeah, they used to. Comics used to be a little. I mean, a lot of people look at comics as kiddie, childish, and but yeah, there's some very adult content in comics.
Slade got to him in time to save his life.
Yeah,
but the boy for the rest of his life is now mute.
Oh,
so. That's the thing. So Adeline, being highly pissed at her husband, decides to shoot him in the back of the head. Now Slade, being highly advanced and quick and agile, ends up being able to move to an extent, but not enough to keep her from shooting through the back of his head and blowing his eye out.
Oh, okay. That's how he lost his eye.
So that's how he lost his eye, because
his woman
decided to try to take his ass out.
There's a lesson in there somewhere.
Right? I mean,
I don't know what it is, but
if you're going to piss your wife off, make sure she is a highly trained military agent. So Slade has had 3 children. 2 of which has died, 1 of which is returned. his son that lost his voice came back as Jericho.
Yeah,
Because nobody stays dead in comic
right,
books.
right. I would assume that he probably would be considered a good father figure.
No, he's a really bad father figure. He is a really, really, really bad father figure. But
I guess we're very lucky our dad
But
was an
here's the
assassin
thing,
and a
because
mercenary.
eventually Slade or Deathstroke is fighting Dick Grayson, Nightwing,
Yeah.
and because he thinks that they're trying to sway Jericho to them, and he thinks that they're lying and blah blah blah. It's a whole big standing against the Titans,
Yeah.
and we'll get into that in just a second. And so, in order to stop it, he sees it. He don't see Jericho coming to his way of thinking, so he kills his son. The son
Who
that he
kills his
saved,
son?
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke kills his own
He
son.
just rams a blade right through the back, through his
What
back,
was his
through the
reasoning
premises.
on that?
Because Jericho is being persuaded and changed to think the way he shouldn't be thinking,
Oh, right.
in his way of thinking, and so I think he'd be better off dead. So he killed him.
Yeah, I'm a better father than that.
Right? Now here's the thing: Jericho had actually, there's
Yeah, right. My kids do something I don't like. I'm just like, well,
right.
whatever. You're adults.
So yeah, hey, it's your life. You live your life. You deal with the
Yeah,
consequences.
good luck with that.
Slade's like, no, this is only going to lead you down hardship. So I think it'd be easy for you just to die.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, so Jericho, his power, he had the ability to astral plane, kind of like put his soul into people's bodies and
Yeah.
control their bodies. He could speak telepathy and all that stuff, and so he inherited powers due to being the offspring of Deathstroke.
Yeah.
And he has one other child, and her name is Rose, and he's pretty much got her.
Daddy's little girl.
Yeah, because she, in order to prove her loyalty to her father, she scoops out her own eye so that she can prove her loyalty to her
Wow.
father. Right?
Wow, that's great.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I should have both my knees replaced because our dad has knee replacement, even though there's nothing wrong with mine.
right. Just, man, I love
Just
you.
out of loyalty.
I want you to know I feel your pain. So, she picks up now she goes by Ravager, which is what her brother originally called himself.
Yeah.
So,
Does she got a mask with one
oh
eye?
no, she looks just like the old school
Oh, yeah.
Deathstroke.
Yeah, so she's like,
bro, white hair. She
Yeah.
was born with white hair. Now, she is not Adeline's daughter. She is the daughter of another woman.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, people
you're
get
not
around.
going to hang out and keep keep a relationship with a woman that put a bullet in the back of your
You
head.
shouldn't, but a lot of people do.
Yeah, I mean, so anyway, I think it is that anger due to the serum,
Yes, he's not thinking right.
which, although he uses 90% of his brain, his intellect, the
Emotionally.
emotional part
Yeah.
has caused him to let his son be in danger, kill his other son. I don't think,
So why are you drawn to that character?
because he's such a bad. Ultimately, he
Yeah.
is like you are an assassin fan.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Hitman movies.
He is the best of the assassins.
Yeah.
Plus, okay, here we go. Wait a second. I'm going to sit my drink down because I got to talk with both hands. So, I'm a Batman fan
Yes.
to begin with.
Yes.
And so, there's Robin.
Yeah.
Dick Grayson.
Right.
The original Robin.
Right.
So-
Went on to be Nightwing.
This is, we've always said a hero isn't as good as their villain.
Yeah, a hero is only as good as
the
their villain.
Joker shows how Batman can
Yes.
thrive and
Yes.
where he fails and blah,
The
blah,
whole
blah.
yin yang. Yeah, philosophy.
Deathstroke is this for Robin. Now I say
Gotcha.
Robin lightly because he has been his antagonist since when he was Robin.
So that's his main That's his main adversary.
Right.
For Deathstroke would be Robin. But
as
he's called Nightwing now?
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so Robin grew older. Robin couldn't beat. There was no way in hell that
Yeah.
he could have ever beat Deathstroke as Robin.
Yeah.
When he became Nightwing, wing.
Nightwing, yeah.
Wing. So when he became Nightwing, he had an agility, because he was a trapeze artist and blah blah blah, and he was learning. He was speeding up. He was becoming physically stronger, and he became almost to where he could stand toe to toe. The only thing that stopped him was Deathstroke's intellect.
Yeah.
Because Deathstroke had mind fucked him.
Yeah.
I mean, several times, even enough to where he entered.
But that hurt.
Yeah, right. Another character into the Teen Titans named Terra,
Yeah.
not knowing that Terra was actually controlled and ran by Deathstroke. And when I say controlled, I'm talking about in some creepy freaking ways. Like,
Yeah.
like they were.
Okay, gotcha.
And so, which really makes him a really, really bad villain because she was like a young girl.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So anyway, so Nightwing, as the years went by, you got to see Nightwing becoming his own person.
Yeah.
But he never really could stand toe to toe. Eventually, Nightwing, he was hit by scarecrow toxin.
Yeah.
And in his mind, he was having to fight back some of his own demons. Those of his parents losing, being an understudy to Batman, and eventually it laid inside his brain. He's seeing himself being able to defeat that fear of Deathstroke as well. So at that point is when Nightwing became in his own. He really became his own person. I know this isn't a Nightwing video.
But he was finally able to beat Deathstroke.
Right.
He was finally able to kick his butt. That'd be very satisfying.
It wasn't until Batman was gone and Dick Grayson stepped into the role of Batman.
Yeah.
Don't think anybody else in the comic book world could ever be Batman outside of Dick Grayson.
Right.
So that's when he was standing toe to toe with Deathstroke. Deathstroke still didn't lose to him, but it was because when he's standing face to face with this villain,
Yeah.
in his mind he's still Nightwing. He don't see himself as Batman. He's being weighed down physically and mentally of what it is to be Batman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to mention, you can't do all these flips and tricks and shit that he's used to doing with a big ass freaking cape. I mean, seriously. So, when he went back to finally being Dick Grayson, being Nightwing, is when he finally got to defeat Deathstroke.
Yeah.
And this is something that's been going on since the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got to see the progression of how bad Deathstroke can be. I mean,
finally
where I mean, this man destroyed a whole city by dropping napalm on, or not napalm, chemo, like radiation.
Yeah. Yeah.
He stood toe to toe with one of the Deadshot, from the Suicide Squad. He's supposed to be a good assassin.
Yeah.
Well, in the process of them finding out who was the best, they killed 185 people between the two of them trying to kill each other until Batman put a stop to that. So anyway.
So then the New 52 come along and they ruined it.
Bro, so no, actually the New 52 didn't mess with him as bad as Rebirth.
That messed with him.
That's when they took him back. They regenerated him. He was a young man. They gave him dark brown hair, and he got his eye back, which kind of jacked with him anyway because he was so used to working one eye.
Yeah.
Shooting with one eye, fighting with one eye.
Yeah.
When he had two eyes, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. So he literally went back to wearing the eye patch just because that's how he was used to. Eventually, he went back to the gray beard, gray hair.
So what's your favorite series? Is there a certain writer or a certain run that you liked on Deathstroke?
I mean,
did you like the original ones better?
Yeah, so me being an old fart,
yes.
of course I like the old school. I like those.
Yeah.
The orange, the dark navy blue,
Yeah,
stuff. That's
yeah.
what I'm used to.
So
And
this is what he wears now.
well, no.
No.
So it varies. This
Okay.
here is throughout the years he has made surgeons and comebacks. This is when he was in the Arrowverse from the television series.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Did he play a big role in that?
yeah, and in my opinion, he shouldn't have had to because he's really not a Green Arrow villain. He's either a Batman or a Teen Titans villain.
But you probably was tickled to see a live action.
I was.
version.
Now there had been live action versions of him before,
Yeah.
all the way back to you remember the old television show Lois and Clark.
Yeah.
So there was a Deathstroke in that, and I was excited about it until they made him have Magneto-like powers.
Oh, they always got screwed
And
up.
that wasn't good. They didn't even put him in a proper suit either.
Yeah,
He was like in this gray leotard kind of crap. So there was that. Then there was he was in Smallville for oh my God. So if I can find a picture of it, I'll have to show you a picture of that Smallville. They made him.
Was he cool?
No, he was an old man that was not even completely bald, just semi-bald around it. I mean,
Why do they take a character that everybody likes? And
I don't know.
Okay, let's make a live action version of him and just change him.
so then in
completely.
Arrowverse, they came up with this.
Yeah, and that's one I remember.
And that
And
was
I go to a lot of Comic Cons, and I see a lot of young men cosplaying
Right.
as this version of Deathstroke.
So that's when he made another surgeon's of popularity. And now there was a series that I can get to watch just called Titans.
yeah,
And he was in that. And the only thing I didn't like about that, I liked the storyline from what I've seen and the costume, except they didn't do the orange and black.
what about this one?
So that is from the video game Batman Arkham.
Oh yeah. I played that video game. I fought him. Man, he was tough to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he was
I
hard
mean,
to
he
beat.
wasn't even a big part of the video game, but because they put him in there, man, his popularity shot back up. And this was part of the rebirth. The gold, silver.
Oh my gosh!
You're fine.
No, I don't.
So this is that was what he looked like in the rebirth. I mean, he looked like a brick shithouse. I mean, he was huge. And
what about this one you made?
so this one is, I'll put up some photos of it, but I never had a Deathstroke figure when I was younger, so I ended up making this one, and I had this little guy forever and a day.
What'd you make him out of?
I don't even remember. This was some little generic soldier, and I ended up taking clay and put it on his head and painting him up and everything. But that was my first Deathstroke. So anyway, he's been in the end of Zack Snyder's movie.
Yeah, the guy from what's his name, Magione Joe, whatever.
Yeah, and I was really hoping that eventually they'd go somewhere with that.
Yeah, he was the werewolf in True Blood. I can't think of the guy's name.
But they never done nothing. It's
No.
like Zack Snyder's universe just.
Yeah, they pooped it away.
But I mean, he looked pretty good, except for they brought him back for like this little cut scene.
Yeah.
And they'd give him a mohawk.
Well, did he have a mohawk?
Yeah, it was stupid
Yeah.
as hell. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the suit looked good. He looked good. The
Yeah.
mohawk could have.
Yeah.
That was all. Like I said, he's been in 5 animated movies.
Oh yeah. Is there like a strictly Deathstroke animated movie, or is he always a side character?
Yeah, there is a one called Knights and Dragons. Mm-hmm. Deathstroke. I think it's called Knights and Dragons. I've got it jotted down here, but yes. And thank God it's a cartoon because it's bloody as all
Oh
get out.
yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah, no, hell yeah, I loved it. One of my favorite things is this president hires this guy to go. It's like this third world country president kind of guy hires him to go kill the senator that was just trying to take over, blah, blah, blah. So you see him fighting his way to the senator, taking out all these people, blood everywhere, and he finally gets to the senator, and he gets behind him, and he's like, so-and-so sends their condolences and doesn't want to see you rise to power. And he's like, what do you want? And he pulls out a bag, and he pulls out the president's head.
Oh yeah.
And he says, I want you to do better. And he drops the print. He's like, I don't understand. He's like, he was a tyrant. He let his people suffer. You need to do better. And as he's leaving, there's guards standing all around him. He just sits there and goes, "Bow, bow, bow, bow," and just takes them all out. And then he turns around and it's like, "Oh, yeah, and I still expect to be paid." So, it was a pretty badass little cartoon.
Yeah.
But anyway, another thing I made, so one of my very first outings on, I guess you call it foam building, was this here. I made this years ago. Everybody was coming up with their own Deathstroke helmets for the Arkham thing.
Yeah.
You could order 3D prints and shit, and I didn't have the 3D printer.
Yeah.
I didn't have that technology, but I've got some artist skills, so I created my own. I wanted one that kind of had almost like a skull cheekbone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is made out of foam.
That's cool.
And clay, and it's actually built over an Iron Man mask, so it literally has like rubber eyepieces that fit onto it.
Cool.
This is kind of squeezing it together because I had it in storage and it got squished.
Now, does Deathstroke have any tech in his helmet the way Iron Man does?
No, I don't think he does. Did I just kill the light?
No, I think I did that. Maybe the battery went down.
So anyway, no, he doesn't have any tech. He does. Hey, he has used wintergreen to send him messages and stuff like that, to where he can radio for help and assistance and stuff like that. But he don't have I don't think he has night vision and stuff.
Yeah, I think they thought we talked too long. They turned the lights out on us. You know how they do at the mall? They start dimming the lights and they start playing music. Get the hell out of here, music. They do that at a lot of stores.
Right.
The store will be closing in 5 minutes.
In 15 minutes, shopper. Please bring your items to the front.
All right, cool.
So, yeah, Deathstroke has always been in the forefront of characters that I really admired and enjoyed watching.
Cool. All right, man. You done?
I think so.
Okay. All right. We are done. We're done.
Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and
Hit the notification bell.
tell us what you think about Deathstroke.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good, brother. All right. We're done.
We're done.
We are done.
We are.
Oh, you didn't tell him, what's this little all gray figure?
I wanted to repaint him, so I spray painted him myself.
Oh, I thought it was like a prototype. You see
No,
the
it does kind of look like
figures?
prototype,
Yeah,
but
it
no, I
does.
painted him like that so I could repaint him.
Is that a custom?
No.
Oh.